Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always.
Okay, so today we're looking at something pretty wild. Titanium nanotubes.
Nanotubes.
Loaded with antibiotics, yeah. I know, right? Sounds like something straight out of sci-fi. But it's real.
Oh, it's real.
There's this research paper published in the Journal of Materials Research back in 2015.
Okay.
And it's been read almost like 500 times on ResearchGate. So people are definitely paying attention.
Definitely.
So our mission today is to kind of unpack this whole thing. Like, why is this technology, this titanium nanotube thing, why is it generating so much buzz in the medical world?
Well, I think the buzz comes from the fact that we're talking about nanotechnology here.
Okay.
We're
got it.
talking incredibly tiny tubes, like nanometers, which is, 1/1000th of a meter.
Tiny, tiny.
Tiny. And these tubes made of titanium, which is already, a fantastic material for implants.
Right, biocompatible and all that.
Exactly. But they're structured in a way that creates this incredibly high surface area.
High surface area.
Imagine like a flat sheet of paper
Got it.
versus a paper towel. All those little crinkles. That crinkled texture gives it a much larger surface area.
Okay, so more surface area, but why is that a big deal when we're talking about, like, say, a hip replacement?
Right.
Or a heart valve or...
Because think about it this way. The more surface area you have, the more space you have to hold things.
Okay.
In this case, we're talking about holding antibiotic medication. So picture this. We coat these implants, these hip replacements, these heart valves with these nanotubes. And these nanotubes are just packed with antibiotics.
Oh, wow.
And then they slowly release those antibiotics right where they're needed over time.
So, like, you know how after surgery you often have to take antibiotics for a while to prevent infection?
Right.
What if those antibiotics were, like, built right into the implant itself, delivered exactly where they're needed?
Exactly. And that's what makes this research so fascinating. This paper, it's led by Somayeh Abbaspour, who's, by the way, a pretty impressive researcher from Sharif University of Technology. She's published a bunch of stuff. Wow. And her focus in this paper is on how to control the release of those antibiotics from the nanotubes. Because it's not just about delivering the medication, right? It's got to be delivered in the right way.
Right, because if it all dumps out at once.
Exactly. Too fast, and it's gone before it can really do its job. But too slow, and it might not reach the concentration that's needed to actually fight off bacteria.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot.
Yes. That sweet spot for sustained, targeted antibiotic delivery. And that's what they're exploring in this research.
That makes a ton of sense. So it's not just about the what, it's about how. The how of delivery.
Precisely. And this is why this research is so exciting, because it's laying the groundwork for a future where medical implants are not just like these inert pieces of metal,
Right.
They're active components in fighting infection.
Wow.
Imagine fewer complications after surgery, faster healing times, and maybe even down the line, a reduced need for those really strong oral antibiotics that can have all sorts of side effects.
So, okay, so it's clear this is still like early stage research, but the potential impact here is huge. Not just for individual patients, but like for the whole healthcare system.
Absolutely. I mean, think about the costs associated with post-surgical infections.
Yeah.
The hospital stays, the additional treatments. This technology could have massive implications.
Definitely. And it kind of makes you think, too, like what other applications are there for this kind of technology?
Right.
Beyond just medical implants, I mean. Could we use it to deliver other types of medication?
Possibly.
Or even apply it in fields completely outside of healthcare? It really gets the gears turning.
Nanotechnology is a field that's bursting with possibilities.
Well, this deep dive has been a real eye-opener. It's amazing to see how nanotechnology is like opening up all these new frontiers in medicine. Makes you wonder what other incredible advancements are just around the corner,
Oh, absolutely. This is just the beginning.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Catch you next time.